Hi, my name is Richard Henley. I am an artist and designer from London. I have a background in set design and product design. I work as a multidisciplinary designer, and that's my background. I wanted to do an artist residency because I wanted some time to work on projects for myself. I'd spent a long time working for other people and assisting them with their designs and hadn't been able to carve out time just for me to work on some ideas that I'd had and been developing, but you just don't get that much time to do it in daily life. And specifically Chiang Mai in Thailand, because of the great association with craft and all of the different crafts that are around here and the things that I could learn from craftspeople, and specifically Studio 88 because I like the idea of being somewhere more secluded, not in the city, and easy access to nature, and I just got a good feeling about Studio 88 in general. I have been working on primarily some lighting designs, as in lamps and lighting structures whilst I've been here. They started as just sketches in a sketchbook, and I started developing those with references and getting an idea of material finishes, and then once I knew the sorts of materials that I was interested in, we went to visit different craftspeople who would be able to assist in creating these different elements, because the designs that I've worked on contain, ceramic and wood and metal and other things and fabrics, and so it was important to me to be able to pull together those different materials into one design effectively, and that was my job, I think, as the designer. I think one of the challenges that I faced personally with the project was that I was surrounded by all of these people who could make things with very specific skills, and I know that my skill set is broad as a designer. I create the concept or the idea for things, but I don't necessarily have the technical skills to create, say, the ceramics, or to understand all the processes behind the fabric or the woodwork. And so about halfway through I started to feel a bit like I didn't really have my own craft, and I was just a bit, I felt a bit of like an imposter actually, and Studio 88 was really helpful in assisting with that, pushing me into trying new things, and we did some experiments with concrete casting, which was really interesting, and also mostly helpful in introducing me to lots of very skilled people, and it became a really collaborative project, and I think better for that. So really interesting in that sense, the collaboration with other craftspeople. And actually towards the end of the project I felt more confident in my own skills, because I realised as I pulled everything together, I realised that that was my craft, was the design and pulling all of those things together into one finished piece. I think what I have found really interesting about the residency, and a particular experience that influenced me, was understanding the origins of materials, and with hand dyeing fabrics, with crushing up the original pigment to create the colour, and then we bought the fabric and we know where the fabric comes from, and then we dye it, and then we apply new processes to it to achieve a pattern that we wanted. And for me that was so amazing, because I do a lot of work digitally, and you just end up selecting a colour from the millions of colours that you could choose on Photoshop, and actually, you never think about, if I wanted to turn that into a real thing, A, what's possible, and B, where does it come from? So I think the origins of craft work is probably what has been the most influential thing to me. My future plans for this project in particular, I think I need a little bit of time to assess and work out or appreciate what I've just worked on and what I've just created, and take a little step back. But I think doing these 4/5 designs has thrown up lots of new ideas and questions, and now I've seen them turned into physical pieces from a sketchbook page. I now know what the possibilities are, so I would probably then go back to my design phase and slightly redesign or develop them into something that I think could be even more interesting. So that would be just the designs, the lighting designs as a standalone collection. I would also love to explore further the collaboration here in Chiang Mai, and try and do more and build on that, possibly looking towards some design festivals later.